Hi, my loves. Happy Friday. As you can see, I have my little favorite wig on. I just think it adds a little glamour. Anyways, today you're going to compare and contrast Harriet Tubman with your boy Frederick Douglass, and also look at author's purpose, intent with autobiography and biography. Let's continue, shall we? Here we go. Today, attendance reading journal. Today I thought I would get a little silly pants, and today I just wanted to do a little show and tell about your favorite pet or animal that you love. And if you can upload photos, that will be radical. If not, totally fine. Just talk to me a little bit about today, and I don't know. I want to learn more about you, so I thought that would be something kind of cool. I'm going to model for you with Frederick Douglass document the 5 W's about Frederick Douglass and his autobiography. And then I'm going to show you kind of what you're going to get into today with Harriet Tubman as well. Actually, I'm just going to kind of walk you through that document. That'll be easier. Let's look at your objectives today so that you know what you are doing. Content objective. You can explain the author's purpose and message within a text. You can make connections to personal experiences, ideas, and other texts, as well as yourself. And then your language objective. I will be able to see the similarities and differences between Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman's plight with slavery and then showcase my understanding. Cool. Oopsies. Okay. Here we go. So again, right here, we are still here with your with the fight for freedom. We are building strong foundations of reading and writing skills by explaining the author's purpose and message within a text. So we're totally doing that. And we're really looking at how the use of text structure contributes to the author's purpose. So how does Ann Petrie, the author of the biography of Harriet Tubman, contribute to the meaning, understanding, actually, and enjoyment of reading of that versus Frederick Douglass's autobiography of his own life? Okay, so we're going to get into that as well. You're going to click on here for the form for the last part. However, I'm going to walk you through how to do it. Okay. This wig is kind of freaking me out, you guys. Okay, I'm just going to walk you through this. I'm going to model this for you. Okay, so that you are not getting this one about Frederick Douglass, but you're getting one about Harriet Tubman, but I'm going to walk you guys through. Okay, so this is the summary of Frederick Douglass's story. And it says, after you read the summary and story, of course, write out what the 5 W's of the text were. So this is a brief summary if you forgot what it was that happened with Frederick Douglass and his life story, but I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so who did we read about? So I'm going to write Frederick Douglass. Obviously, your who is going to be different. It's going to be Harriet Tubman. What was the story about? What happened? So this story was about, so I'm going to say this story was about a man named Frederick who escaped slavery, right? Well, who first learned how to read from the little boys in his town. I'm going to put a period. He then escaped, created himself, and became the main voice and force behind anti-slavery movement. And then remember, I'm going to put over here Abe Lincoln on here just so that you guys have it, because we talked about this so much in class about how, he became kind of the more of like the left hand or the right hand of Abraham Lincoln, because Abraham Lincoln, obviously, as you know, as the president, he had the ability to wield the laws to abolish slavery, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, to not only abolish slavery, but to allow them to vote and to be free persons. But Frederick Douglass really was in his ear, helping him, and he was kind of his life coach, like Tony Robbins is a life coach, and things like that. It's like having Kevin Hart in your ear, kind of pump you up. Kevin Hart pumps me up, so that's why I think he's really good. When did the story take place? So we know around 1820s, but you guys can also say, if you don't have an exact date, you could say pre-Civil War era. Same thing for Harriet Tubman. Okay. Where did the story take place? We know that it began in the southern States, but then we know for him it was obviously also in Maryland. Maryland. Why did the main character do what they did? Obviously, Frederick Douglass not only wanted to be free, also wanted to do all he could to change the laws, right? So that people weren't just like running, they would be actually free. You know what I mean? To change the laws. Oh my goodness, to change the laws and to help others become free. Okay. Then you would, next. Okay. What do you think inspired Frederick Douglass to write his autobiography about himself? So this is a question you're going to see about Harriet because Ann Petrie wrote this about Harriet. Sometimes I feel like your own story is more powerful when you can tell it yourself instead of somebody telling it about you. And if he had the means to do so during that time, I don't see why he wouldn't want to write it about himself. So as an educated man, I believe he wanted to tell his own personal testimony. What did the author want the reader to learn? I know for sure that it wasn't about Frederick wanted others to learn from his fight for freedom and how sometimes there are, and there's the typo and it's totally fine because I'm just typing right now, how sometimes there are better routes to get to accomplish a common goal. Okay, and then I would submit that. But for you, yours actually looks like, I actually got back out of it so I could show you when you cannot click on it where to go. It's going to look like this. The 5 W's again. So this is about Harriet. Let me remind you again, who is easy, what happened is easy. You guys know that. When. So remember we talked about this is really this Civil War era. This is like between around 1850. So I just want to remind you it's that time. So don't get kind of hunkered down on that specifically. Where remember that you're looking at the southern states traveling to Canada. So you could actually put that on there. It doesn't have to be specifically Georgia, like Macon, Georgia. It can be, you can just put like the southern states moving on toward Canada. Why did the main character do what they did? Same exact thing. Why you guys think Harriet became the Moses of her people, right? And led all of more than, you're talking over 1,000 people to freedom. So it's kind of a big deal. Let me see if it'll let me. Oh shoot, I can't get to it. Oh darn, because I want you guys to see it. Hold on one second. I did not. Okay, give me like 8 seconds, you guys. I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, Mama's got this. Let me move my face because I am not gonna start over. I will not. Okay, I'm gonna persevere because all I have to do is literally touch an eye. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Okay, here we go. You guys, you just gotta keep on going, okay? Author's purpose. I'm actually really pumped about this part. Okay, you guys have been working toward this. What do you think inspired the author to write this biography about Harriet Tubman? So it's Ann Petrie. What did the author want the reader to learn? Make connections. What are the 2 people we read about? And then brain dump what you remember about Frederick Douglass. Brain dump what you remember about Harriet. You kind of just did that. Describe the similarities between Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman. Write at least 3 similarities. What are the 3 things that they are really similar in? Okay, almost identical. And then describe the differences between Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman. Write at least 3. Some of these might be tough. You know what I do sometimes, you guys? I just put myself in their shoes. I really do. And I'm like, okay, if I were Harriet Tubman and I accomplished all of these things, where would I be? What did I do? Kind of the 5 W's really. And then I can decide how I am the same and then how I'm different from Frederick Douglass. Okay. They both are very similar. They both met and discussed helping slaves out and getting that 13th and 14th Amendment in there, abolishing slavery, and then getting those rights raised for everybody. So But Frederick Douglass did a couple other things that Harriet Tubman did not do. And one of those things I'll tell you is that he helped out the Irish get away from the rule of the United Kingdom. So that's kind of something special that he really did. Also, let me go back to the slides. Don't forget to read. Don't forget to do your reading. And just keep on rocking it, guys. I know sometimes this is tough to be at home. Again, I know I'm a broken record. You have got to get out of the house. You guys have got to leave. You've got to get up. You got to walk around. You've got to get some sunshine and vitamin D. You guys have got to eat better and do better. When you guys are sitting around all the time, your body doesn't know what to do and it thinks you want to sleep. So that's why a lot of you are getting sleepy all day long. So you need to try to do what you can to get up and get out and get some fresh air, okay? Y'all have a great weekend. Remember that I won't see you until Tuesday because it's Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So y'all have a good one. Enjoy. And again, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. You deserve it. Sending you my sunshine hugs and love. Bye.